Take 4.
I'm starting and nothing's stopping me this time. Welcome to Second-Hand Haunting, where we read second-hand ghost stories out of a second-hand book I got from a second-hand shop. And fuck me!
That's totally fine as an intro, by the way.
Where we read ghost stories out of a second-hand book I got from a second-hand shop and try and make sense of them.
Yeah.
Have a drink, it's fine.
Do you reckon there's ever been a podcast that they couldn't release because it was so funny?
Hi, Thomas.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Now, I hear that you have some limited experience with Japanese.
Very limited, yeah.
Do you have any experience with ghosts?
Very limited.
But none?
It's limited to none.
Oh,
Largely.
okay. Right. Oh, so you've met a ghost nun.
Yeah.
Yes, I also had nightmares after watching The Conjuring 2.
You know, I might have seen that.
Might have? You know what? That's fair. They all blur together, don't they?
Well, I don't know. I think I've seen one, and maybe it was that one.
Who's to say? Well, do you have any experience with Japanese ghosts?
Very little.
Oh, would you like some?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of segues also.
Oh, that's good. You can help provide some. Unlike this one, where I have 3 different books now full of Japanese ghost/folk tales. 2 of which have been read on the show, 1 of which is brand new to me and I haven't even opened before.
Okay.
And you can pick which one you want me to try and read something from today.
Okay.
First up, listeners will be familiar with Japanese Tales by Royall Tyler. And this was translated by someone in the 80s for an American audience who are expecting ninjas and samurai. And the intro is basically, don't. This isn't that. That's all stories from like 900 to 1300 AD that have entered Japanese folklore. Think of it as the Brothers Grimm for Japan. The next one was, in fact, last episode of this very show. Kawaii-dan, Stories and Studies of Strange Things by Lafsadi O'Hearn, who was possibly the first weeaboo. He went to Asia, China, Japan, eventually settled in Japan, took a wife, and did so much excellent anthropological research and recording that he was buried with like honours by the Japanese government in Japan.
Incredible. Didn't change that ridiculous name, though, even though he had every opportunity.
I think I'll have to look this up. That's not even his real name.
Oh, God.
In fact, his full birth name is Patrick Lafsadi O'Hearn, and he did actually change his name when he settled in Japan to Yakumo Koizumi. That is after his wife, Setsuko Koizumi. So this was written while the Russia-Japanese war was about to begin and was an effort by him to be like, hey, look, Japan's not that different to the rest of the world. They're people too. Here's some stories they might have grown up with. Let's just maybe cool it, everyone. The war broke out anyway. He failed. Book was an absolute bestseller, though, so he followed it up with my new book today. It is Japanese Ghost Stories by Lafsadi O'Hearn, which you can tell already is a volume 4 or 5 times thicker than his previous effort. And I don't know what it contains. It's a total mystery to me.
I was going to say, I can see that one is the one of the 3 that has no notes in it.
Nope. So, Thomas, which book would you like me to read from for you today?
First, may I say, I like that you start the podcast by listing 3 books, and all of the people, the 2/3 of the audience that liked whichever 2 I don't pick are going to be like, oh, God damn it, you got this guy on? Well, I knew straight away that the first book would be the one. Even before we got to that ridiculous name, I knew the first book would be the one.
The first book? Royall Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry. Wait, whose name were you making fun of?
The other one, he has the better of the two names somehow.
What, Lafsadi O'Hearn?
That's, my God.
It rules!
It doesn't rule like Royall.
No, that's true. Royall also kicks ass. Alright, well, what we have here is a bunch of much shorter stories. So we might do more than one today, depending on how we go for time.
Okay.
I'm going to have to find some that I haven't done yet.
You cut this, right?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I edit, and I am kind in the edit to both of us. Alright, so it looks like I have actually done all of the stories from this book that definitely have ghosts in them. So we'll start with this one. Alright. So the first story I have for you today is titled, by Royall Tyler, because these stories don't originally have names, The Selfless Thief. Having no settled place to live, a Lotus Sutra devotee named Shuncho wandered here and there as the spirit moved him. Now, do you know what a Lotus Sutra is?
No, but I was going to play it off.
Do you know what a sutra is?
I was like, hopefully Callum doesn't ask me if I know what that is.
Pop quiz, hotshot. Do you know what a sutra is, then?
No.
Okay. Do you know what the Kama Sutra is?
Yes.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
That would be a book.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's a holy text.
Okay.
A Buddhist holy text. So the Lotus Sutra is akin to the Kama Sutra. It is a book written allegedly by the Buddha, or at least contains his teachings.
Okay, yep.
So this guy is a Buddhist monk if he's a devotee to a sutra.
Yep, that makes sense.
When he saw someone in pain, that pain became his own, and the same with another's joy. The sight of the capital's two prisons, one in the east of the city and one in the west, caused Shuncho deep sorrow. So I think we can say that Shuncho here is an extreme empath who has encountered not one but two prisons. Probably not having the best day. He understood that the prisoners had been sentenced for their crimes, but he still wanted to help them by planting in them the seed of future Buddhahood. You seem pained by this word.
Buddhahood.
Buddhahood. Now, it is your first time on the show. I should probably remind you that at the end of the story or the end of the episode, we will award some awards for our favourite characters or our favourite words.
Oh, I
if
should
you
be
would
taking
like
notes.
me to grab you some pen and paper, I can.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got my phone here. I can take notes on that.
Okay.
How do you spell B-U-D-U-H-U-D?
B-A. B-U-D-D-H-A-H-O-O-D.
Got it.
So, Buddhist teachings, anyone, if they try hard enough, can become a Buddha. Or similarly sainted? Saintly?
Yeah, Buddhi, at least.
Buddhi. Yeah, there you go. No, I think that's a different thing. Otherwise, if they died in prison, they would be reborn among the beasts or the starving ghosts, or, even worse, squarely in hell. He would have to commit a crime to get himself arrested and sent to jail so that he could chant the sutra for the prisoners.
I feel like there might be a little bit of a leap there. Could he not try asking first? Maybe he already has. I don't know where this story starts in his life, but it...
That's very true. We don't know if we're just kind of skipping past him attempting some bureaucratic entry into the prison.
Yeah, right. That wasn't interesting in the book, so yeah, of course.
Yeah. But hey, some of these sutras are extremely long, and he might need more than a day pass to finish.
True. He might need life.
Okay, so if you...
Oh my God. So he's got to pick his favourite one and then be like, what crime will get me in long enough?
Yeah.
What's the least bad crime that will get me in for long enough to get through the whole thing?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What would you do if you were trying to get into
Murder.
prison for... Yeah, but you'd find a real bad person, right?
I have someone in mind.
Maybe I'm going to stop asking you questions. Shunchou broke into a mansion, stole a golden bowl, and went straight to a gambling den to show the bowl off.
Okay.
The gamblers were surprised to recognize it as one that had just been reported stolen, and the tip soon reached the authorities.
How did they know there wasn't two? I don't know if you have this many interjections on a usual show.
Yeah. As much as you want, man. I don't know. It's a city with 2 prisons. Well, it's the
I thought you were going to say 2 bowls. Very unlikely that it was the other bowl.
Well, it's the capital, in fact. So depending on exactly when this is Edo or Tokyo. So, big place. Presumably, more than 1 bowl.
Yeah.
This is a real 1 bowl town. Shunchou was arrested, interrogated, and thrown in jail. Of course, this was just what he wanted.
That makes sense. So they didn't know that it was the bowl that had been stolen, but as soon as they asked him, he had to say, right? Yeah. Why would he try and cover it up? He's like, oh shit, I got off.
Who knows what he walked into the gambling den and said? I stole a bowl! I stole a bowl!
You know, I've never ever thought of committing crime, not personally, I mean, but I've never thought of the idea of someone committing a crime without intending to not get caught.
Without intending to not get gotcha.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think that's the correct amount of negatives.
I'm not going to bother clearly working out whether it was. So,
have you ever seen Brawl in Cell Block 99? No, probably not.
No.
That's the plot of that film.
Really?
A guy has got like gambling debts or something, and the mob boss is like, if you can get into solitary confinement and kill this guy for me, I'll take care of, well, not you, because you'll be in prison for the rest of your life, but your family will be taken care of.
Okay.
And that is his mission throughout the film, is to be as much of a shit to the justice and prison system as possible to get himself thrown in the worst solitary in the country.
Surely the fact that it is solitary means that he wouldn't be anywhere near anybody else.
You raise a fair point. A very fair point.
Again, I thought you were going to say you raise a fair hand.
For exactly how that plot plays out, watch Brawl in Cell Block 99. If you're over 18, because holy shit, that film is violent.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's by the guy who did Bone Tomahawk.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, where were we? So Shunchou has been thrown in prison. He started right in chanting the sutra for the inmates, who wept to hear him and reverently touched their foreheads to the ground. I assume this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
When word of his imprisonment reached the lords and ladies of the court, they informed the chief of the imperial police that Shunchou was a holy man and urged his release. The chief of police, for his part, had a dream. The Bodhisattva Fugen, shining and riding a white elephant, came to the prison with a bowl of rice. He told the guards that he was bringing rice, as he did every day, to Shunchou, who was imprisoned there. On waking, the chief of police had Shunchou released immediately.
Okay, that's one way to do law.
Yeah. I guess like this is back in a time when people thought dreams might have had some significance to the real world, unlike now.
Well, they can have some significance, but that's like 1-to-1, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's too much.
This isn't even the Bodhisattva coming and saying, hey, let this guy go. It's just him
Yeah,
coming
I
and saying,
know.
hey, I like this guy.
He didn't even say that. He was just bringing him rice. It could have been poisoned. Did he even get to the end of the dream?
It's like a mafia don or something. Like, hey, I really like this guy.
Yeah. Like he came in, brought a bowl to rub it in, because that's where the guy was in prison. Anyway, maybe that was the point.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he got to the position of chief of police somehow, didn't he? Clearly this works for him.
Nepotism and bribery,
he
my
had
friend.
a dream that he was the chief of police and he's just been doing it.
Yeah. So what do you think Shunchou's going to do now that he's been released from prison?
Well, the only thing that I know about him so far is that he likes to commit crimes to get into prison. So I'm bound to say he's going to commit a worse crime than before so that he doesn't get let out this time.
Although
Perhaps he'll steal both bowls.
Although he got himself into jail half a dozen times, Shuncho never managed to stay there long.
Because the chief of police is insane.
This is feudal Japan.
Well, good point.
Then, one day, the police caught him again, and this time had a meeting about him. They were sure by now that he was a hardened criminal, and thanks to repeated release, he was simply enjoying free license to steal.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to be dealt with more severely. All right, so if you were the cops...
Like, hear me out, leave him in this time.
Is that what you think you'd do? Just put him in jail, leave him there?
Well, it's what I would do. I've got no idea what's going to happen in this
That
story.
doesn't seem to have worked the last 6 times.
That's because they keep letting him out.
They decided to cut off his kneecaps and make sure he served a good long sentence.
Wow, okay. That's too far.
Yeah. I mean, they're not cutting off his leg at the knee. Just cutting off his kneecap.
Just right then.
A corps of officers Proud of yourself?
So stupid.
A corps of officers marched Shuncho off to one of the imperial riding grounds to execute the punishment. Okay, so they haven't done it yet. They've just decided that's what's to be done.
Yep.
But Shuncho chanted the Lotus Sutra so movingly that they dissolved in tears and let him go.
Okay.
Again, the chief of police had a dream. A beautiful boy in court dress told him that Shuncho stole only in order to get into jail and save the prisoners there. This is his 7th arrest, the boy reminded the dreamer. He might as well be the Buddha himself. The chief of police was even more deeply impressed than before. In time, Shuncho died by the horse stalls on the same riding ground where he had once nearly come to grief. Since there was no one to look after him, his body lay there, untended. But the neighbourhood began to hear a voice every night chanting the Lotus Sutra. Nobody knew where it was coming from. Then, another holy man took Shuncho's skeleton away deep into the mountains, and the voice was never heard again. The end.
That's the end?
That's the end.
That was all set up and end.
Yeah.
What happened to his whole life?
That was his life. Getting arrested, in and out of jail, 7 times.
Oh my god. Everything that happened in his life was dictated by the dreams of a madman.
Welcome to a monarchy.
Oh, fair point. That actually resolves 90% of my issue.
Well, I know that was a very short one. Would you like another?
Yeah,
that
sure.
may or may not have more ghost to it. I cannot make any guarantees.
I totally forgot there was even going to maybe be a ghost.
Yeah.
There was kind of ghost in that.
Yeah, he became a ghost a bit.
Also, it was a lot of dreams. That's ghostly enough.
As a total aside, yes. Anyone in like Victorian era who was trying to prove the existence of ghosts always first begins with, okay, so dreams sometimes tell the future, right? Everyone agrees on that point? All right, so sometimes those dreams are about dead people telling you something that then comes true, and on and on and on.
Yeah, true in a sense. But...
Slicing the sausage to eventually be like, so therefore ghost real. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
right, yeah.
We've started from a big assumption.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think this next story is going to have much more ghost.
Okay. Just let me dab my eyes because I cried laughing so much at that last one.
Oh, you weren't crying at the poor plight of Shunzhou?
Let me point out that if I had read that story at home on my own, I would have enjoyed it a lot and not found it funny at all. It's all a matter of context.
Hey, have you ever read Frankenstein?
If I did, it was many, many years ago. I don't think I actually have, no.
Okay. I guarantee that question is totally unrelated to this next story, which is called The Man-Made Friend.
Man-made with a hyphen.
Yes. Sorry, not the man went and made a friend.
Yeah.
The man went and made a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man-made friend. Saigyo, the poet and wandering monk, was living on Mount Koya when he ran into an acquaintance of his, a fellow religious wanderer who was staying on the mountain too. They met on a bridge and paused there to chat and admire the brilliance of the moon. Saigyo's friend remarked that he was off to the capital. The aforementioned Edo, possibly. Saigyo was sad to lose this companion, and found himself longing for someone else to share his pleasure in moonlight and flowers. Then he heard a man, whose knowledge he respected, describe how a demon can collect human bones and make them into a human being.
Again, that was a big leap from like one sentence before it. Maybe that's the author's writing style.
Look, it's that, or maybe the original version of these stories might have had a little more connective tissue. But when it got told and retold, and eventually someone wrote it down on a scroll, which is, well, parchment is at a premium. Mm-hmm. You cut out everything that doesn't need to be there.
That's funny, because if you go to things like the Bible that get told and retold, it tends to be that all of the meaningful stuff stays in and the stuff that doesn't mean anything gets cut out. And this is...
the opposite?
Well, I wouldn't say the opposite, but it's less tight than I would expect.
Yeah. Although there is another introductory note about this particular book and the stories contained therein, that Royall Tyler has removed a lot of the rambling bits of these stories. Which he normally...
The character, you mean?
No, the backstory.
Right.
Because every character that gets mentioned would be like, oh, it's Saigyo, son of blah. Yeah. From the house of blah, family blah, who went to this shrine and studied under that master, and we don't need that.
I suppose that's true.
Stories
might be longer if we did that.
Yeah. This book is chonky enough as it is. And he's right, it did not matter to American audiences in the 1980s what the exact lineage of every single character was.
No, true.
Although what we do therefore lose is the fact that Saigyo here is a historical figure and influential poet from the late Heian and early Kamakura period. He lived from about 1118 to 1190 AD. So if you're Saigyo and you're lonely on a mountaintop and you know that there's a demon that can reassemble human bones into a human being, what might you do?
Again, like with the last story, it's like you know nothing else about this person's whole life. Is that really the most important thing he's got on his mind, the demon story? I'd probably go to work or eat something.
His work is just being a wandering monk, which I guess isn't really an active use of your time unless you've bumped into another person.
True.
And
I don't know, if he goes demon hunting, does he not get paid while he's doing that? He's got to be off the clock, hasn't he?
No, I think they often... It's got to be... They hadn't invented clocks yet.
He's off the sundial.
Most of the time, wandering monks would just go from village to village, performing whatever services they could, funeral rites, weddings, whatever, and getting paid by townsfolk.
Okay.
In, like, food.
Yep.
Yeah, bowls of rice, whatnot. Sometimes they keep the bowl. He went straight to a wild moor where people left the dead, put bones together, and made a man himself.
Okay.
At least, it looked like a man, but it had poor colour and no heart or spark of life.
Okay. That's halfway there.
Huh? If not man, why man-shaped? Its voice, for it had one, sounded like a musical instrument. Okay, so this thing is some amount of animate.
Yep.
What kind of musical instrument do you think? Like, are we talking like a pipe, like a wheezy pipe, or?
I can't think of an instrument it could sound like where that's not the word voice doing some really heavy lifting.
It's a xylophone.
What instruments would they have even had? Some kind of zither. Everyone has those.
Oh, I do know the name of the thing, but I have forgotten it.
Koto.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, like the massive, 6-foot stringed instrument thing, right? I think.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how big they are. I've seen pictures, but I don't know.
Okay.
Out of context, it's hard to tell.
No banana for scale.
Like the one that I saw was small enough to fit in the pages of a book. In that the picture was in a book, not in that it was actually.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't know. I've seen some pretty big books in my time. It is the heart which is essential in man, however pleasing the voice may be. Oh, so it's a nice musical instrument.
Good. That's a good quality in a man.
Yeah.
You know who has a voice like a musical instrument? Paul Bettany.
I can't find myself disagreeing with that.
Isn't he great?
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
I wonder if he's ever played Frankenstein or the monster.
He's definitely played monsters.
Has he?
Yeah, he played a monster in... what movie was that called? Where he was Charles Darwin.
He's not a monster in that. Come on. He's much more of a monster in the source material. You're thinking of Master and Commander.
I haven't seen Master and Commander. I should watch it. I want to watch it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, sorry. He doesn't play Darwin in that. He plays someone who would have been Darwin if he didn't have to abandon all his research and chase war.
Hey, really? I didn't even know he was in it.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays like the ship's spy, but he's also like a Renaissance man. And he's like, hey, Mr. Russell Crowe, man, we're like so close to the Galapagos. Can we like just stop there for a bit because I want to look at some birds?
Yeah.
And he does. And then like Russell Crowe's like, that's my nemesis, the Spanish over there. And he's like, quick, we gotta go. And he's like, no, my birds.
Well, that actually sounds good.
Look, Master and Commander, 5 stars. Watch it. It's great.
I've got there's 2 schools of thought that I've heard from on this movie, which is like a bunch of people who I trust saying it's really good, you'll really like it.
Yeah. And
then a much larger number of people I don't know very well saying it's the worst film they've ever seen.
I mean, who do you trust?
Well, if I remember what I said less than 10 seconds ago, the first group.
The only thing wrong with Master and Commander is the fact that it clearly is set up to be the first in a series. And therefore, the main plot does not get resolved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There are good movies that have that problem. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay. Well, speaking of medieval, let's get back to this story, shall we? Having nothing more than a voice, the thing he had made was like a damaged flute.
Is he saying it sounded like a flute, or just in the sense that...
I mean, it might sound good a little bit, but it's not 100% functional for what it needs to be.
How ridiculous sounding is this thing? Does it sound like is it just the sound of a guy going like, woo, woo?
It's a perfectly functional flute, just one that is covered in spikes and you can't hold to play it. Right.
Yeah, some kind of weird skin flute you don't want to hold. You can cut that, right?
You can make that gesture at me all you want, but I am isolating that audio.
That's one of those things that when you say it, you have to
Uh-oh.
I don't necessarily... That doesn't have to be cut out, but you have to leave in the bit where I ask for it to, so people don't think I'm a maniac.
Yes, of course. Absolutely. I'm not a monster. Unlike this thing he's made.
I'm not Paul Bettany.
Still, it was astonishing that he had come so close, and he hardly knew what to do with his creation. He considered breaking it up again, but that might be murder. Nodding, yeah?
Yep.
You would agree? Yeah.
Well, maybe. In theory, I'll go with it. Yep.
Of course, it had no consciousness. And in that sense, it was just like a plant. Yet it did look human. So what do you think he does with it? What would you do in this situation?
What was the demon thread of this again? What was the...
The
demon does
just
what?
that someone had told him that there is a demon out there in the world that can put human bones together and make a human being. So it is with enough effort or knowledge or magic possible to do this.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Demons...
Is it just going to turn out he's the demon?
No, John, you are the demons. Obviously, in Japanese...
You can put people together from pure flesh.
Yeah, Japanese people are just made of Lego. So a demon, their conception of demon is different to a Christian conception, right? A demon is like a separate thing to humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Japan, like, if you just get, like, mad enough, you can become a demon.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a much more of a spectrum between the human and the divine, or infernal, as it were.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know if I got an answer there. What would you do with this not quite man that you've made?
I feel like he should have thought about that before he did it.
Yeah. Yeah. So he left it in a deserted spot.
Oh, not that.
No doubt anyone who found it would be frightened and think it some sort of apparition.
Okay.
Now again, I'm going to ask...
Just using a slightly odd usage of the word apparition there, I think.
Yeah, apparition here, translation difficulties may mean some sort of magical ephemeral monster thing.
Yeah. Bunyip.
But
Chungus.
I just want to remark upon the fact that this is an earlier version of exactly what happens in Frankenstein.
Yeah, right.
Frankenstein makes a man just because he could, because he's bored, lonely, wants to suck it to his professors or whatever, and he's immediately like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I don't need to deal with this. This is someone else's problem now.
Yeah, he's acting like a demon.
Yeah. Perplexed as he was, Saigyo set off for the capital too, to see Lord Tokudaiji.
What is happening in his life that day wasn't the most consequential day of his life? Is he doing like something weird like this every single day? He's totally forgotten about it and he's just going to town now.
I think it's just what happens when you spend too long in the mountains. So Saigyo set off for the capital too, to see Lord Tokudaiji, from whom he had learned many things in the past. Unfortunately, Lord Tokudaiji was away at the palace. Saigyo decided to visit Lord Morinaka instead. I'm going to assume that these are two historical lords.
Yeah, I don't know why that bit's in the story if they're not.
No, I think it just kind of anchors it to a specific time and place for the audience that we do not have the context for.
Yeah.
He explained how his experiment had turned out, and Lord Morinaka asked him exactly what he had done. Now, I guess there's two readings of that sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I could read that instead as Lord Morinaka asked him exactly what he had done.
Mm-hmm.
Saigyo answers it in the first kind, though. I went into the wilds where no one could see me, Saigyo explained, and put human bones together to make a complete skeleton. Then I painted the bones with arsenic and crumbled snake strawberry and chickweed leaves over them. Next, I tied the bones together with thread and vines and washed them in many waters.
You're going to have to cut some of this out because this is like reading a book where they describe how to make a bomb.
Yeah,
This is dangerous stuff.
even Mary Shelley's like, well, obviously Frankenstein's not ever going to tell anyone how he made the monster.
Yeah.
He doesn't want anyone else to do it.
Yeah. And
Whereas Saigyo here...
They couldn't predict the internet. You can't put this out on the internet. It's too dangerous.
On the skull, where the hair would be growing, I rubbed ashes from the leaves of Saikai and Rose of Sharon. Finally, I spread a mat on the ground, laid the bones on it, and wrapped them securely so the wind couldn't get at them. 14 days later, I came back. I burned musk and regular incense and did the secret rite of the soul's recall.
That's the bit of the story that's the important bit, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's the bit that makes you a monster, right?
This is like, you know, when you start doing a recipe and you get to the end and realize you don't have the last ingredient. Imagine if you did all of that stuff.
Oh no, what is the secret rite of the soul's recall? Ah!
I'll just use butter.
That was about right, said Morinaka. Oh, so this is a known recipe.
Oh my god. Known to demons.
Yeah, and lords. But you did the rite of the soul's recall a bit soon. You didn't leave it in the oven enough. For myself, it happens that I've made people by the Shinjo Major Counselor's method, but I'm afraid I can't tell you the method, because if I did, the people and other things I've made would all vanish.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, did you leave yours in the middle of nowhere as well?
How many people walking around Tokyo would just immediately vanish if you told this? Like, has he made like 2 or 3? Or is like half the population of Japan currently this guy's creation?
This is a much more bizarre story than the first.
You do know a good deal, though, so I'll help you. For one thing, don't burn incense. It's angelic beings, you see, not devilish ones who are attracted to incense. And since angelic beings have a deep horror of the round of birth and death, you aren't going to get any life spark into your creature that way.
I'm nodding. I'm like, as if I'm taking notes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Baking soda. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't like incense anyway. It's too smelly.
Oh, that's good. Because you'd do better to burn musk and milk.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No?
Fine with that.
Okay. And then, anyone who does the secret rite of the soul's recall should have fasted for 7 days. If you follow those directions, I guarantee it'll work. You'll see.
Didn't it already work?
Well, he kind of half made a man, but he didn't make a real one.
He made a kind of weird homunculus. Yeah, okay.
It's like when you pull the cake out of the oven, it's like still soggy in the middle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Soggy man.
But Saigyo thought better of the whole thing and decided to go no further. The end.
What? That's a joke, right?
Nope.
What? Yeah, oh my god, what?
Any questions?
So, hang on a sec. He hears about the most amazing thing that has ever happened ever. Goes and tries it and gets it 99% right first time, actually making a man.
Yep.
Then he goes to his friend who it turns out already knows how to make men better anyway. And he's like, no, here's like the 2% you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Right? You got it, but the next one will be great. And he's like, nah. And that's it.
Have you never been in the situation where you have almost made a cake and then you just want to go complain to someone about how the whole afternoon was wasted trying to make a cake and it went wrong? And then that person turns around and says, well, you see, what you did wrong was... It'd put you right off, wouldn't it? Like, well, I'm not making a cake now.
This is a
This isn't what I wanted.
Perfectly good explanation of why he would behave in the way he did. I'm just not convinced it's analogous.
Cakes, man, what's the problem?
There's something about it. Well, this raises... What did the Japanese think a story was? Although, then again, hey, you know what? If you asked me what a story was, I'd tell you a story is basically a way to show somebody, to embody how people should and shouldn't act in the world. And frankly, this does do that. Don't make a man.
And it does it in, about 200 fewer pages than Frankenstein does?
Exactly what I was thinking, yeah. Very, very efficient.
But, like, holy crap, right?
Probably there's some nice use of poetic language and etc. and metaphor and things like that in Frankenstein.
I have read it. I have read it recently. It is flowery language, but most of the time you are just listening to Frankenstein complain about his lot in life when he has objectively made someone have a worse time in life. And then that person is angry at him and he's like, well, he shouldn't be angry at me.
Yep.
Woe is me. Oh, fuck, he is so annoying. Not even by the end of the book, by about a third of the way into the book of Frankenstein, you just want to fucking slap that git. Tell him to buck up and handle his responsibility.
Yeah.
So at least Frankenstein does end.
Yes.
The story has an ending. This doesn't.
This does end. We're not reading it anymore. It's just that it's the speed with which it ends.
Yeah.
The speed, language, direction.
Just about everything was wrong with that. It's about 90% of the way there to a story.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'll be damned if I'm going to sit down and write it all over again.
The problem isn't that it doesn't end, it's that it doesn't resolve.
Yeah.
Satisfactorily. There's no character arc.
No. Is there not?
Well, only in the sense that there's a character arc to a light switch.
Fuck. That might be the episode quote. Well, I'm getting the feeling then that Saigyo was not your most valuable person.
Most valuable. Oh, no, the most valuable person, because he dictated everything that happened in the story he was in, was that mad police chief.
Yes. Yeah. I had legit forgotten about him.
The guy who's going to bed and having a dream that the serial murderer is feeding babies and waking up and be like, let him out.
I think you might have misremembered some stuff in that story.
Look, it was only a few minutes ago. I'm pretty sure I, word for word, remember that's what happened.
Okay. All right.
Or, you know who else could be the MVP, is the weird flute voice man. Not to anyone in the story he was in. Not to his dad.
No.
Who left him in the middle of the desert or something.
See, I'm trying to think of a word that this half-created man might be to be MVP. Most valuable homunculus?
That's what I was at as well, somehow. By a weird coincidence. Most valuable...
Product?
Ew.
Most valuable Parisian?
It was a most valuable Parisian.
No, I think we can, in retrospect, give that wretched creation the retroactive honour of personhood.
Yeah, I think the story seemed to do that. I think we can go along with that.
Yeah.
Just because that lord didn't go along with that.
Yeah.
Take 10% away from a man, what have you got? Still
mostly a man. Yeah.
Mostly a man. I suppose it's what the 10% is that's the...
Yes,
don't look at me like that.
No. All right, you're picking the police chief. I'm going to pick our poor person. Man-made or otherwise. Complete or otherwise. I get the feeling I know what your word award might be as well. But are there any words in there that particularly jumped out at you as...
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Particularly fun?
Okay, that's not how you spell it, but... Buddhahood.
Good. Good pick, Buddhahood. How did you spell it? Oh dear. Look, you put an umlaut or two in that and you've got it. What am I picking for word award? Oh, yeah. I did really like snake strawberry. That's hyphenated, one word. I don't know what that is.
We didn't dwell on that long enough, did we?
No, it kind of very quickly was obviously a kind of like witch's brew kind of list of ingredients of like, oh, it's just stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snake strawberry. Is it a type of strawberry? Is it a metaphor for the heart of a snake?
Well, it's specifically crumbled snake strawberry, and right now I want to eat that dessert.
I don't know. You let me know how it is first.
Wait, what do we got? Okay, so I didn't look this up ahead of time. Apparently I thought that wasn't worth noting, but I've just Googled snake strawberry, and this is the first image that shows up.
Okay, all right. Oh, if that's what he's talking about,
made of strawberries.
Then... Yeah. If that's what he was getting at.
Oh, here we go. It's the Potentilla indica, known commonly as false strawberry, mock strawberry, or Indian strawberry. Also, snakeberry in North America.
Get out. But because it looks like a strawberry or tastes like a strawberry?
It looks a lot like a strawberry, like if you kind of squint and turn your head.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
It's kind of...
It is the one on the left, right?
Yeah. I suppose in construction, slightly more of a raspberry kind of situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like a strawberry. There you go.
Yeah, the name probably is better suited to a raspberry than that thing, isn't it?
I'm going to give a little runner-up to skeleton as well. I just like skeleton. It's fun to say. It's a fun image. Skeleton.
Yeah, it reminds me of...
Bones is creepy. Skeleton's fun.
I agree. Totally agree. You don't have to make an argument for that. I'll give you that.
All right, Thomas, I think we're wrapping up here. Is there anything you'd like to plug before we get out of here?
Plug? No, I haven't got anything going on.
Our listener, he's just being modest. He released his 10th album, Sentinel. You're hearing it now, and it's available on YouTube. There's a link in the description. No, that's fair. Well, maybe you will by the next time I have you on an episode of Second-Hand Haunting.
I'll work on that.
This week's story is from Japanese Tales, selected, edited and translated by Royall Tyler. Episode edited by Callum Patrick for the Peas in a Podcast Network.
I'll work on some kind of weird skin flute you don't want to hold.